Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here with Project Pan. So normally I would separate the two videos, but because I'm a little bit late, I'm not even going to do that. Heck no, new year, new rules. So what I'm doing is I'm ending last year's, because a lot of these products you'll be seeing again this year in 2020. So let's start with last year. So I did end up panning about 103 items, either panning or discarding. Or not discarding. I didn't discard. Some of them I donated, and some of them, got old. There's a couple lipsticks that I was going through and whew, they had to go. They had to go. So things like that. But it came to 103. And I'm actually quite impressed. I went through 4 single eyeshadows. I went through 7 body moisturizers, 6 cleansers, 5 facial moisturizers, 10 mascaras, which seems a little bit crazy, but a lot of them were the trial sizes, so it wasn't like I was just using them and wasting them. They were the smaller sizes. Then I used a hand sanitizer. Yeah, I counted it. Then I used 1 brow gel. I used 1 polish. I used, I can't even read that. Oh, balms. Lip balms. I'm really surprised. I use lip balms all the time, but I have so many I like to bounce around to them. And yeah, actually I used 3 and I didn't put it there. So that's 104 because one of them went bad. Yeah, see what happens when you buy too much. And not everything goes like that. Powder products, not so much. But yeah, that wasn't great. So the next thing is lipsticks. So I only ended up really using 3 completely through. And the rest were ones that I decided I didn't want anymore or were too old and got rid of. And so I did count that. As far as facial items, like skincare things that I used from my box, I used 18, which I'm happy with. And I'm going to be doing that again. I have over 100 things of, I did, of skincare. I basically have 2 boxes full still. I'm not going to go through them all. I have one to the side and I'll show you what it's like because I don't want to drag them all out and use inventory. When I get through more, my whole goal is to put it underneath my sink and then I'll be able to keep inventory. In the way I want to live, I only want to have 10 to 15 skin products. And that seems like a lot, but it's really not, depending what you're doing. Like if you're doing masks, an exfoliant, cleansers, because I don't want to run out of cleanser and not have it. And if it goes on sale, I'm going to buy it. But in a perfect world, I would have 10 to 15 things that, and most of them would be core. And then I'll bring in 3 new ones, and I'll use those up before I bring in the next one, is my goal next year. So I'll always have my core and then 3 new ones, because the problem is I get excited by everything and I buy tons of it and I don't use it like I should. So that's, I'm pretty happy because I did get through 18. I wish I'd gotten through more, and I have a lot that I'm going to get through faster this year because I started using them last year. So it'll move faster. But I did get through 2, almost 3 highlighters. Hand cream, I only got through 4. 3 eyeliners fully, because I used several. Then I got through 3 candles. I do count them. I really do. And I ended up going through, damn your handwriting, Binky. What? Okay, I finally understand this. So I went through 8 samples, 2 perfumes, and then I went through 2 eyelash primers and 2 eye primers, and then I ended up getting rid of 11 palettes. Now, I did donate those to a cause, and also 2 friends, so gone. Those are completely gone, which add up to about 103 things. I'm pretty happy about it. I wish I'd hit about 200, 250. I don't want to rush through things just to pan them. And sometimes I've seen certain channels where, some of the panning's insane. I'm like, I don't know how you're getting through that, because there's no way. I've enjoyed doing the panning because it really tells you how much you really need. And now I'm kind of realizing, I don't really need that many blushes and highlighters, because God knows I'm not going to use those because they take forever. They take for freaking ever. And they really do. So, it kind of taught me a lot. I'm not going to be buying a lot of skincare. I mean, things that I normally use that are, what I use all the time. They are my holy grails, I'm going to keep buying those. So I will buy those throughout the year as they run out because I'm not going to mess with my face. If it works for me, I'm going to use it. But as far as bringing in experimental things, I'm really going to I'm going to try not to because I have so much stuff left that I really need to get through it. The other thing I really want to focus on, so skincare is the main thing. It takes up so much room and it's not going to stay great for long. The other thing is samples. I have boxes of samples and I really need to start getting through them to get rid of them. I have way too many. I want to start clearing that stuff out, so I'm really going to be focusing on that as well. So to finish off though, before I move on to that, I do want to finish up with my project pan from last year and where I was at. So I didn't make a list as well as I'm going to this year. I've really decided, and I'm going to make a spreadsheet and put it in it to make sure. So because I wanted to get through more eyeliners, I had wanted to get through more things like that, and I did not do it. I just didn't. I only got through 3 out of 10. I don't know. I got sidetracked, so I'm going to really put it. I didn't do a spreadsheet. I was doing it off the top of my head. I kind of like to do that. And that's not always the best way to go about it. So this time I'm definitely going to put it in a spreadsheet. So I'll always have it in front of me. And certain things I won't have right now because I'm still trying to decide, like foundations, it's tricky. I don't want to use a foundation that I don't like. I have one that I really love that I'm going to use and finish up. But then I want to add in 2 that I haven't used. So but I want to try them first to make sure it's something I actually want to use. There's certain things that just don't work for you, and I'm not going to live that life. So, yeah. So, as far as last year goes, highlighter. So, I'm using Flexitarian, and I wanted to get through 3 ColourPop highlighters, and I almost did. I got through 2, and this is the last one, is Flexitarian. And as you can see, I have a little bit left. Not fully panned. I'm going to keep doing it. It's on my list. This year, I want to use 1.5. This isn't even a half, but I'm counting it kind of as a half, and that's what I want to use. But I'll get into that a little bit more. The next thing was the blush, and I use this all year long, and it's almost panned. And some people might say, hey, dude, this is panned. But for me, it's still usable. And so I'm going to keep using it because it's still there. It's just, it's still there, but I use this for the full year. This is why I don't want to buy any more blushes right here. Because I'm so fair with somebody maybe with a different skin tone than mine, a blush is going to go further. But for me, this is very light color, and even on me it shows up darker because I'm so fair. So it makes it tricky because a little bit will do you with my skin tone. So didn't finish that. Yeah, so this I use as eye primer. So I prime my eyes and then I put this on top of it and then I put powder and go. It's still, I would say, about a quarter full. I want to get through that. Didn't make it. Knew I wouldn't. Not too surprised about that. So the next one are the 2 powders that I've been working on. If you've been watching my channel, you knew, man, I was pushing for these. Now, I definitely want to get through 4 powders this year, and this is how it's a cheat. Because these 2 are almost empty. That's why. So the Bare Minerals one, you can see this little pattern showing up here. It's really starting to happen here. I got this in BoxyCharm, and I'm just done with this. I'm done with it, but I'm not. I'm definitely going to want to pan it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Once you get to this part, I should be done within a month or 6 weeks easily. So then I can let this go. But this is how far I got. I'm happy with it. Some people get through like 4 or 5 powders, and I believe that people can really do that. For me, I don't. I really don't like to use too much powder because I feel like it just makes my face look cakey, and I don't like that look on my face. I like a very natural look on my face as far as natural, just foundation. I like the dewy look, and with too much powder, it kind of takes it away. So, yeah. So that's why I don't use as much powder as other people. But, yeah. I think I'm so close. Here's this one. This one's basically done. As soon as this ring is broken, what ends up happening is the rest of it just drops off. So when that happens, I will be done with this. But this will probably be another month and I will be done. So sometime in mid-February, this will be done. And most people would consider this panned. I don't. I really like this, so I'm going to keep using it till it breaks off. But these were from last year, and I didn't quite make it. But I was so close. So that's why I'm doing 4 this year. 4 powders, because these guys, yeah, are just about done. So the big one that everybody knew about, oh yeah, Too Faced Honey Palette. It's still here, and I said to myself, if I didn't get through it, I was going to basically recycle it. And I've decided not to do that because I am so damn close. So this is what it looks like. Yes, I basically have these 3 left. And the rest are gone. So I'm going to keep this in my project pan. And here's why. And everybody's like, what the hell's going on there, Binky? So what is going on is, so I will fill in my brows a little bit. I'm not a big brow person. I don't really care about brows. I probably should, but I just don't. I'm so lazy in that way. In some ways, I'm like not lazy. In other ways, I'm just like, who cares? You know, and that's one of them. And maybe I should care, but I just don't. I just don't. There's certain things I can't be bothered with. Maybe one day. So that being said, what I do is I'll fill in like any spots or whatever, and then sort of, because I don't really care. And then I will use this to also fill in. I know, is it weird? But I do. I use these to fill in my eyebrow a little bit, and because it's hard to find colors that match my hair color. It is. It's just hard to find pencils or anything because everything's too dark. So I use these to kind of fill it in, and I use a little pencil, or not pencil, but a little brush, and I put it in. So that's why it looks like that. Now as for this is actually a really great all-around crease color. So if I use something like Pat McGrath, her mattes tend to be way too dark for my skin tone, unless I want to do smoky eye, and I'm not really a big smoky eye person. So for me, what I do is I use this quite a bit, do my crease, and then use the special shades, and then in the corner, out of corner, I'll use the darker shades. So this actually, in the end, this is a really good color, and in the end, I'm kind of glad I kept this palette because it's really great. So I'm definitely going to pan this year. But yeah, so that's basically the ones that I was doing all last year. You saw over and over, and you'll be seeing them again this year. But sadly, they won't be coming back, a lot of them, because these really, if you think about it, these from last year are almost on their way out. They will be out by March, no doubt. Well, this one won't, but these for sure by March, easily, if not way before then. So that's going to happen. So what I want to do with my panning this year is a little bit different. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to cut back on my buying. Now understand, I'll be doing a video on that. So I'll be doing a video on that. But basically I'm bringing in a certain amount a month. I'm trying to keep within a budget. And then I'll calculate how much that comes to versus how much is leaving the collection. Now this isn't a science, but in some ways, if I don't repurchase that stuff, I'm saving money because I'm using what's in my collection. So it'll be like, oh, well, I used this much. This is what it came to. This is what I brought in, and I didn't replenish those supplies. But you'll see a little bit more. So there'll be a lot in the beginning because of these items, which some people go, that's unfair. Well, no, it's my project pan. So it's not. And I'm doing it for my own reasoning. So it'll be kind of interesting, I hope. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe? So what is my goal this year? So I'm just going to start from the top. So for me this year, I want to get through 7 hand creams. I have this addiction of buying hand creams because I love hand creams. I use them all day long. Now you're like, 7's ridiculous, but here's why. I already have some that are almost panned. There's 3 of them that are going to be panned within the next month, if not beforehand. So I've been using them since the beginning of January. January's cold and dry here in New York City, so it's easy to go through hand creams. So that's going to be easy. That's going to be really freaking easy. So I almost have 3 panned already. So then that leaves me 4 full ones, and that's easy to do. I just have way too many hand creams, way too many, and I need to get rid of them because they're going to go bad. They get really watery and stuff, and I just need to stop. So that's my goal. Another thing is I'm really going to focus on samples, like I said, so I'm going to be doing a whole series on that. Would I buy it again? Would I not? And that's going to be coming up, and I think it's a good idea because I have too many. It's taking over too much. It's getting ridiculous. On top of that, I want to get rid of 10 candles. I have this thing of collecting candles. I love candles. Damn, I love candles, but I need to knock it off because it's New York City. There's no damn space in our apartments. What am I doing? So this whole thing this year for me is basically going through like everything, my clothing, my skincare, my candles, and seeing what I actually want. So I'll wear stuff, and if I don't like it, I get rid of it. You know, I recycle it because you can recycle things, or I donate them because I'm just at this point for 2020 where I'm kind of doing an overhaul of my life, and I'm really excited actually. It's actually a really good thing, and I feel so good about this year. And part of it is just getting my life put together so that I can move on to the next stage, and part of it is clearing things out and a little bit more minimalism, not with makeup. I'm always going to love that. I'm always going to love candles. It's just using what I need to use and being smart. When you have a large collection, you can be more smart about what you bring in, you know? So, yeah. So that's why. But same thing with perfumes. I have quite a few of those. I'm going to get through 7 of them. And everybody's like, what the hell? Are you going to be spraying all the time? At least I'll smell good. But no, a lot of it's the same thing. I tend to use several perfumes at the same time. They're almost out, and I don't finish them, and they're just taking up space. That's why I'm doing 7. I have some that are almost already done. They'll be done in 2 months. Maybe even before then, they're out. Taking up space. So the next thing is 2 facial sprays. I have sprays. I think I'll put that also with setting sprays, so that puts 4. So 2 setting sprays and then mists and things. So it's 4 sprays. Want them gone because I have way too many. Then I have 5 lip balms. 5 lip balms. I've gotten through some. I'm halfway through, so it's a lot easier than it seems. I just need to start going through those. I need to find them, find the ones that I'm going to focus on, and go through and make sure the ones that I still have are good, and then get rid of the ones that aren't. You're going to be seeing a lot of decluttering videos this year, or me trying a lot of my own stash to see if I want things or not, to pass them on to other people, or to let them go because I have way too many. So there's going to be a lot of those. I'm actually really excited. Again, 3 foundations. There's my one that I just love, my Holy Grail. They discontinued it. It is by Missha. It is a Korean brand, and they discontinued it. And so I bought 3 backups when I found out. So, Missha, it's hard to match my skin tone because I'm really fair and cool tone, and what I find is most foundation is too orange on me. They think everybody's a warm tone. I'm a cool tone, so I look like an Oompa Loompa. It pisses me off. So it's really hard to find something that works, and the Korean ones work well for me, and we'll see. I still have 3 of that, but I want to start trying ones that I have in my collection to see what else is out there, because one day I'm going to have to find something new. Bing. So yeah, 3 foundations. Then I'm going to go through 2 powders. Now the foundations, why I'm not listing those. And what I'll do is once I start using these things, so starting at the end of January, I'll show you what I was working on, and then they will go onto my list. So this is a little random right now, but that's why. Because I'm organizing it still, but I really want to get this going so that by the end of this month, I can show you what I've been through. Because we're halfway through. Hopefully this gets up sooner than later. I'm going to be going through 2 powders. So there's 2 powders that I want to use, and one of them is Physicians Formula. I know that for sure. That is to the side. I'm definitely going to be using that. And then there is the, oh my gosh, I can see it in my head. I have it under my counter. Come on. Okay, Cover FX. Cover FX. That's the one that I'm using along. And I'll probably use that in the summer because I've heard it's good for people with oily skin like myself. So Cover FX and Physicians Formula, because I've had those 2 for a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use those. And excited. I know those for sure. See, there's certain things that I totally know. So, but with like foundations and all that may take a bit. But I can use the one that I'm trying to get through. So that, that'll be easy. So now I also want to get through 2 primers. And this is weird because I do consider this a primer. But then I'm also using another primer, and I think I'll get through them both, and then I'll move on from there. So when I run out of certain things, I will add more to the list, gladly, because I'd love to get through some more things. So that's kind of what I am doing. I'd also like to use 5 eyeliners. So yeah, 5 eyeliners for sure. I have a lot of the pencil ones that you use across your eyes. I don't really like those as much, but I want to try to get through them because I don't want to waste them. And then also ones that I can use on my waterline and stuff. I just want to start using these things because I have quite a lot, and it would help you know, get rid of a few things. Get rid of a few things. The other thing that I want to go through is, well, I want to finish my highlighters. So I'm going to finish this one from ColourPop. Woo, the Flexitarian. I'm almost done. So I'm going to finish this out, and then I have one from Kathleen Lights. I'll put it to the side. It was from the astrological series. I never reviewed it. I like things astrology. If you watch my channel, you know Mom's an astrologer. So I bought it. Now one of them's way too dark for my skin tone, so I won't be able to use it. I can use it as an eyeshadow, but I'll be using the other one, the lighter one I'll put to the side. I think it's on the cusp because I think it'll work well for my skin tone. So I'll use that. I'm not going to do 3. I'm almost out of the ColourPop highlighters. It's basically this one and On the Cusp, I think, are the only 2 that I really have left that I would use as a highlighter. I have some of their colorful highlighters, but I don't use those. I like a very natural glow, so I'll use this and that. And then that way, because I got through 3 almost last year, so how it'll help me is I'll be able to use other things. I just don't want to be a slave to using this for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'm getting burnt out on it, and that's the one thing about the Project Pans, you get burnt out, and I'm getting burnt out. So I'll finish this, and I think I'll be done by February. Yeah, so I think I'll be done with this by February, if not before that. Well, not, you know, part of February. And then I'll go on with the new one. But that way I have the flexibility to start using other highlighters, because I'm just getting bored of using the same thing over and over. So it'll be nice to be able to start using other things, just because you don't want your makeup collection to be a chore just because you have too much. And I don't want to fall into that, and I realized I was falling into it a bit. So I'm not into that life. So the next thing is that I want to use is, I keep feeling something poking me. Stop poking me. The next thing that I want to do are 2 single eyeshadows, and I want to start using other single eyeshadows and start decluttering them because I have way too many. But that being said, I tend to like sometimes a day-to-day kind of a boring look, I guess is what some people would say. And so I'm using colors that I could do a quick wipe on, a quick crease color, go. And this is one of them that I'm going to do, is the ColourPop one here. It's really easy shade, very simple to use. It is Fringe, and it'll be so easy to use, And I'm looking forward to it, to get through it. Very simple eye look, that way I can go with dark lips, light eye. And the next one is Space Cowboy by Urban Decay. I'm going to be doing some reviews on these. I have about 5 or 6 colors. And so I want to do a review on them. We see a lot more reviews coming up, things that I have. Because I'm going to be decluttering certain things. If I don't like them, why keep them? It's just taking up my collection. But yeah, so I've already started using this. Do a review on it later. Won't do that now. This video will be long enough. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be using is the Pony Effect, I think it is, concealer. And I have 2 of these. I bought this one originally from Yes Style online, which is a big distributor of Asian products. I go there for Korean products mostly. And I got this, but it's kind of dark for me. I needed the light one, and this is the medium, the one in the middle. And it's fine, but I would like a lighter one, and I have it. But I need to get through this one first. So I don't really use a lot of concealer. It works really well, by the way. It's just, it's the wrong type for my skin tone. I need the lightest one, which I did end up getting. It works wonderful. This is great, and I'm not going to waste it. But it's not the color that I would choose. It's a little bit dark for me, but I make it work. So it works well. It's actually really excellent. So I'll enjoy using that one. The blushes. So here we are with the blushes. Now this is what I want to point out. The same thing that happened with the highlighter is happening with the blush, where I'm just getting tired of it. And that's not how I want to live my life. This thing has just been killing my spirit. So I'm going to finish this up for sure. And actually, this time of year specifically, I'll use this more in the summer by itself, but during this time of year, I'll go for a darker look. And what I'll do is I'll mix it with this Rimmel, and I think it's Rimmel Berry. Number 30 is the color. And I've had this for a long time, so I'm finally getting through it, and it's starting to work. So what I'll do is I'll put these 2 together during the winter, and there you go. So probably won't use this as much until, I'll use it probably through March, even part of April, because it's still cold here in April. It's still cold through like June. It's New York, you know, and it's weird because it'll be really cold, and then all of a sudden it'll get really warm out of nowhere. You'll have like 2 weeks to wear light jackets, and then boom, it's 90 degrees and like 100% humidity. yeah, it kind of sucks. But, you know, it's New York City, so you deal with it and you love it because there's so many cool things to do. It's just the weather is not one of them. So, you know, whatever. But I'm going to continue using this. I think I will be done with this by mid-February, so it won't matter. So then I will bring in possibly another blush to take its place, but it's not going to be my main focus of decluttering this year. I'll bring that up once this one's gone. I will use it, but again, like my highlighters, I want to start using more blushes. I want to experiment with more blushes, but my goal is to get through one a year. So this is going to be my main one. Even when this one is replaced by one that's very similar with this, I'm going to continue using this one. And it's already a huge dent out of it, actually. I don't know if you can see, but there's a huge dent at the top and the emblem starting to go. So that's really nice. So I think this will be easy to pan. I think one blush a year is going to be really fantastic and easy. I did add one in just because when I use a warm look, I do use this one quite a bit. And this is number 2 from Kiko Milano. One of the best blushes. I love their blushes. I think it's called their Smart formula. Yeah, the Smart one. This is number 2, and it's the perfect peach for my skin tone. It just looks beautiful. It doesn't look too orange on my cool tone, and I love it. The reason why I'm panning this is because I bought 2 by accident. There was a sale. I thought they were 2 different colors. It was the same damn one. So I have one in the wings waiting for me, and so I can go ahead and use this one. And in the summer, I will use this one quite a lot. It isn't my goal to pan this one this year, but if I do, hallelujah, because I have another one. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So moving on to lipsticks. You know, I did get rid of, I think, 11 lipsticks this year, and I was happy to get rid of it. I have so many. My weaknesses are lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes. And I think I want to get through 7 lipsticks this year. And I'm going to separate those that I declutter versus those that I pan instead of putting them together because it just makes sense. And I will do a list of declutter versus panning and also empties because I really want to keep track of everything this year just to see what I'm doing. And so I want to get through 7 lipsticks. These are the 5 that I'm choosing because I'm almost done with these. And I'm also doing 3 glosses. I don't know which glosses. I have tons of glosses and some of them are almost done, so it'll be easy. Now I am kind of cheating with some of these because like this one is just about done. This is Cancer the Crab. Ugh, almost fell. Cancer the Crab from the Bite Beauty collection. I have 2 other ones. I love this color so much. I know a lot of people disliked it. Why? I love it. I just think it's great. I think it's beautiful. It's that grayy kind of mauve look, and I don't. It just wasn't popular, and that makes me sad because I love it. So this will be done by the end of the month, and then I will use another one because I love this color. So I have 2. Yes, I love it that much. I wish it would be permanent, but they couldn't get rid of it because people hated it, and I don't know why. Then there's this one from MAC. I will put the color to the side because it's too dark in here. It is a sampler. It's not a full lipstick, so I should probably put it under the sampler. So I will. You know what? Choose another lipstick, Binky. That one's not going to work. It's a sample. Everybody's like, get out of here. So then I will show 3 more. So I have 4 here. So the next one, and I will put this to the side, is from MAC. This was from their, like, it was a sparkle collection, and it's not Distortion. I'll put it to the side. I love this lipstick. I have another one I bought too because I loved it so much. It's just a really beautiful color, especially during the summer. I used to wear this all the time. I'm just about done with it. Easy to pan this thing. And I have another one. Yes, I bought a backup because it was limited edition. Hard to see in here. So this one is Buxom. And I don't want to pull it out because it's just a pain in the ass. I'm afraid it'll fall out. But I will put the color to the side. This is just beautiful. I love this color. It's like a warm kind of pearly color. I just love this. I love it. I use it all the time and I freaking love this thing. But it's not going to last forever. So I think it's a nice array of colors here. And then this is going to freak some people out. So here we go. This is Mauve Mint. When Bite Beauty used to do the Mauve Mint lipsticks, they don't do them anymore. Now, people are going to freak out. This was from 2016. Everybody's like, ugh, I think it is. I'm almost positive it is. Don't flip out. It still smells good. It smells the same way that it did when I first got it. It still performs the same way. I know what Bite Beauty lipsticks smell like when they go bad. Because I had Eggplant go bad it reeked. I was like, what the hell? Because I bought it and I think it was one of the original ones, and I picked it up like a year or two after it was released. So, and then I had it for 2 years, so I think that's what happened. I don't know what happened. It stunk, and there was no doubt. So this still works really well and smells great. So if it didn't, I would get rid of it. Trust me, because I don't have a death wish, people. But this was just a beautiful color. I love this color. I wear it all the time. It's like, if you don't want to go for a bright red and you want something that's a little bit more wearable, this is the color. I wish they'd bring it back. It was beautiful. It sold out ridiculously fast. And I'm going to use it though, because I don't know how much longer I can push it. You know, I'm pushing it too far at this point. Smells great. I check it almost every time I use it. I smell it going, oh, because the eggplant. I'm paranoid. Okay, long video. We're almost done, I swear. So the palettes, my friends. So of course, Honey palette, not going to get too much into it, but I think these two will last me till the end of the year. Love this crease color. I know I didn't like the palette, but I love this color. So I will definitely use this. I just think it's perfect, and it works really well, lasts all day. The quality is really good. It was just such a mixed palette. Like, these things sucked pigment-wise, and a few of the other ones sucked. This brown sucked. But this works really well, and these work really well. It's just confusing, but I've come to terms with it, and I'm glad that I'm actually using it all the way through. Now, I know I'm not going to pan these. I have 4 things that I'm working on. I know I'm not going to pan them. But the fact is, it's like this. The next year I will, and I'm okay with it. And I have a scale this year. So what I'm going to do is when I use these things, I'm going to put them on the scale, and then I'll see the results. Sometimes it's hard to see when you look at these, but Natural Palette, or Natural Matte Palette from Too Faced, the original, not the new one. I've been using this one because I had it and I just need some neutral palettes, especially when I use like more specialty, you know, eyeshadows that are a little bit, you know, they're just individual ones. I need something. So I've been using these. And this one, these two are almost, you know, there's a big chunk out of these already. I've been using these like at the end of December and now, and some of these. So this is a really great palette. This is a really good quality palette. I don't know how the new formula is, but this old formula, freaking great. Freaking great. I actually really love these palettes and these sizes, but there's no reason to keep them just because of that. I wanted to collect them all originally. I didn't. And I'm just kind of like, why? Why are you... There's no reason for it. And I get caught up in stuff like that. I think we all kind of do. Maybe I won't speak for everyone. But the next one is Naturally Yours from Zoeva. And this is a great palette. And you can see I've already put some dents in this bad boy. I love Zoeva. I'm so glad they're selling it now at Ulta. Thank you, Ulta, because it's impossible to get. It's not, you can get it, but it's just, you have to buy a certain amount and then you have to pay for the shipping. I'm so glad it's Ulta. I just wish they would extend the whole, I wish they'd get the whole line basically, and they don't have it, and that's frustrating. But you can also get it, I think, from Beauty Bay has it. So there's a couple ways of getting it, and they have a better selection on Beauty Bay, and it's worth it. And they do go on sale. I love Zoeva. It's one of my favorites. Freaking amazing. You know, some of them are hit and miss, but I'm, you know, for the most part, I'm always pleased. I love their palettes. So as you can see, because I'm so fair, I've been using the hell out of this. I already panned that one, and this one somewhat. So this one is not long for this world. This one I'm starting to work on, and these. To be honest, I will never use this one. I don't wear blacks. I don't like them. And so this one I'll never touch. And this one I don't really like. I try to like it, but it's just, I don't know. There's something about it that just, I don't know. Maybe I'll learn to like it, but every time I use it, I just feel empty inside. I just feel empty. But this is a really great, just kind of neutral palette. I love these colors. Love this. Love this. These are basically, these 6 are the ones that I live by. I just, even the 7, 1, 2, yeah, 7. These 7. So basically, these 3, I'm kind of like, this one I use, but these are fantastic. So again, just using those neutrals. And I did a review on this. I may do it again because I did it when I first started this channel, and I think I have a better way about going about things now, so I may do it again, and yeah, revisiting perhaps. And the next one is Lorac Pro. Now, I was not going to do this. I think this is the second one. It is the third one. I wasn't going to do this one until it fell on the floor and I shattered one. And then I started using it, and I love this damn palette. This palette, besides the mauve one, I think I have all 4. There's the mauve one and there's this one. The mauve one and this one are my favorite. I'm going to start using them all, and then I'm going to rank them in order. But this one would definitely be on the top. This one's amazing. I just live by these colors here, these here, actually these here, and these guys here, and this one. So this whole section is just, and even this one to a degree, I'm just in love with. Colors like this are tricky with me because they make me look jaundiced, which is not a look that I'm going for. I love yellow eyeshadows, but they make me look sick. They make me look sick or bruised, like someone punched me in the face and now it's healing. And that's not a look you want to go for. Maybe it is. For me, no. So I think it just doesn't play well with my cool undertones, and it makes me look like a jerk. So yeah. So yeah, of course with these palettes, we know I'm not going to pan any of them except for this one. But then next year, I will. So I'm setting myself up to win. And of course, you know, that's a lot. And I know that. These aren't to pan, it's just to start using. So yeah, so you'll be seeing a lot more videos of me using my collection more. And I'm not going to get too much into it now, but like doing a week of new palettes. Like I'll use a different palette every week and then choose one to use longer, or maybe two, and then using a different lipstick for a week every single day, just so I can start using my collection. And that's really what I want to start focusing on a little bit more. I'm definitely going to still be buying new things, don't worry. I'm just going to be pickier about it because I think most things are dupeable at this point. And so I want to start doing more dupe videos and things like that. Oh, I almost forgot before I go. Oh yeah, hold on. What? I'm just gonna show it. I'll show you video and picture of the box because I can't lift it. It is so heavy full of stuff. I can't even lift it. I was gonna do it and I'm like, what are you doing? So here's a picture video, and you'll see that this is a full box of all the skincare stuff that I want to get through. I have two of those. Two boxes like that filled with skincare. Not cool. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more skincare videos. I'm going to use things, review them, get them out there, and I am so excited. So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of skincare because I need to get through that stuff, and I'm going to have the greatest skin or the most confused skin. So you got to be careful with that. You know, I'm not messing with my skin for videos, you know, but yeah. So there you go. So that is my project pan. Sorry it's so long. Whew, but it'll be easy going from here on out, and I'm so excited. Like the last couple years, the first time I touched on it, and I was like, bah. The second time, I meant well, you know, and I was more focused, and this time, I got this. I got this. And then we'll see what I learn next year. But I'm excited. So yeah, let me know if you're on a journey with Project Pan, how you feel about it, how it's been going. Maybe you don't care, low buy, you know buy. There's a lot of that going on. I'm right there with you. And, you know, project pans and things, and I'm so excited to see that. Let me know what your journey is, or maybe you're going to buy more this year. And man, if you are, fist pump. So yeah, let me know, and until next time, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.